We will switch our broadcast and do the Wilby Ansonia game from Ansonia on Friday night. Well, right now, both teams are going through their warm-up paces on the floor. We'll tell you more about this ball game and the starting lineups in just a couple of moments. But first, here's Rick with a message from one of our
Sacred Heart, Allie Vestro.
Okay, Rick. Right now, the captains are meeting out in the center circle for Sacred Heart. Rich Green and Pete Tien with Gordy Hotchkiss and Marcus Garris of Ansonia. And those two co-captains are the ones that are going to have to be stopped for the Ansonia Chargers if Sacred Heart expects to win this ball game. Sacred Heart is coming off two very, very tough losses last week and one very tough win. Sacred Heart had 3 ball games last week. First one was Holy Cross. They won that ball game by 1 point in the last seconds. In the second ball game, they played the Wilby Wildcats. They lost that in the last second by 1 point. And the third ball game was at Torrington, and they lost that in the last 10 seconds of the ball game. So Sacred Heart has had one very tough week of basketball behind them, and now they finish that off with this big ball game with the Ansonia Chargers, which, if everything goes the way is expected to be, should be a rip-roaring dogfight tonight. The Chargers will be starting Glenn Antrim, 6 forward positions for the Hearts. We expect to see lineup for the Hearts tonight. We may see Paul Joyce of Pete Tien tonight. Craig Woods, a 5'9" junior. Dave Franks, a 6'3" junior. And Dan DuPont, a 6'1" senior. And in the center circle, he'll square off against Henry Brown. Referees Joe Kepix and Steve Kirk. Joe Kepix with the ball. He's getting ready to toss it up. And to toss it off for us, Connecticut's best, Al Vestro.
Okay, thank you very much, Allie. The tap is picked up by the Hearts in the backcourt. Paul Yates with the ball. Brings it down. Over the middle, gets it to the forecourt. Now he's picked up defensively by Antrim. Passes over this side to Perry. Perry outside the foul circle to Glenn. To Henry Brown. Shoots it up and good. Henry Brown with an easy pop from about 6 feet out. Puts the Hearts ahead. The Hearts have gone into a full court press immediately here in this ball game. Pass down court, almost stolen, but picked up by Garris. Garris goes in with a bank shot up and in. Oh, the teams match basket for basket, and doesn't look like anybody's going to waste any time getting on the scoreboard tonight. They both hit it within the first 25 seconds. The pass in the forecourt almost stolen by Jeff Johnson, but knocked out of bounds. Hearts ball out of bounds directly below our WATR broadcast booth here at the Kennedy Gym. Rich Green, he'll take the ball out of bounds directly below us, just about a midcourt. Pass into Anthony Perry. Perry with the ball. Closely got it by Johnson. Passes off to Paul Yates. Yates in turn flips over the far side to Glenn. Glenn driving the baseline, lays it up. Shot is blocked, knocked over the far side, and picked up by Gordy Hotchkiss, who brings the ball down over the middle of the forecourt at the far side. Passes cross court over this side, in underneath to Marcus Garris, shoots it up and good. Garris, and they're moving him right in close, about 4 to 6 feet. And he gets that easy push shot. And Ansonia goes ahead, 4-2. In the forecourt with the ball come the Hearts. Pass off to Brown, shoots up the foul line. This is rebound by Brown, up and good. Nice follow-up by Henry Brown. And that ties the ball game up at 4. Pass over the near side in the backcourt, almost stolen by Paul Yates, but knocked out of bounds. Ansonia's ball. Taking it out for the Chargers, John Lawler. Pass into Johnson. Johnson in the backcourt deep. Starts to drive. Gets it down over the middle in the forecourt. Passes off to Lawler. Lawler to Garris. Garris lays it up and in. And Marcus Garris has all 6 of the Ansonia points. Looks like he's on his way to a big evening here, the way he started. 6-4, Ansonia leading. In the forecourt on the near side. Anthony Perry with the ball. Has it knocked out of his hands out of bounds. It'll be the Hearts ball. Out of bounds on the near side in the forecourt. Hart shooting at the basket to our left here in the first half. Pass into Henry Brown in the corner. Closely got it by Garris. Passes off to Perry. Perry starts to drive. Turns at the foul line. Passes off to Green. His bank shot is up, and he's fouled by Garris, I believe. That is Marcus Garris' first foul. That's the first foul of the ball game. And it'll be a shooting foul for Henry Green, or for Richie Green. Get Mike Green and Brown mixed up there. Just about 2 minutes are gone by here in the first quarter here at the Kennedy Gym. Her shot in the foul line is cleanly through by Ritchie. That makes it a 6-5 ball game. Second shot is good again, all tied up at 6-6. So the ball game already, a young ball game, has been tied up 3 times here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Pass down court, stolen by Sacred Heart. Pass down court to Paul Yates. Yates to Glenn. Glenn shoots it up, no good. Rebound underneath is picked up by Ansonia. Lead pass down court to Garris. Driving down the middle, shoots it up, and it's off the side. Followed by Gordy Hotchkiss, missed. Another follow-up by Gordy Hotchkiss is good. So Ansonia goes ahead, 8-6. 5.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Paul Yates with the ball in the forecourt over the far side to Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Yates, shoots it up, misses the rebound underneath, is knocked out of bounds underneath, touched last by the Hearts, and Ansonia now has a chance to open a 4-point gap. Neither team has been ahead by more than 2 points thus far in the ballgame. With the ball now, coming down over the middle in the forecourt, Antrim passes cross court over the far side to Lawler. Now in the corner goes to Hotchkiss. Back to Johnson outside the foul circle. Over the far side to Lawler. Starts the drive. Stops. Throws up a short jumper. No good. The rebound underneath. Picked up by Henry Brown. And he is tied up by Gordy Hotchkiss. 8-6 the score. Don't forget Friday night. Big ball game. Probably the biggest one of the Valley League season. With Wilby's Wildcats invading the Ansonia gym to battle what might be for the top spot in Valley League play. Pass down court, stolen, picked up by Yates, shoots it up and good. That's a tie ball game. 8-8, and the Hearts go into a full court press again. A pass over the far side, picked up by Antrim, driving and pass off to Garris. His layup shot is good again. Antrim has 8 out of the 10 points scored by the Ansonia Chargers. He's having himself one whale of an evening, and not even 4 minutes have gone by here in this ball game. In the forecourt, ball is a foul call against Gordy Hotchkiss. Not a shooting foul. That is the second team foul. Hearts put the ball into play from behind their own hoop. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter here at the Kennedy Gym. Score is 10-8 in case you join us late. Ansonia leading by 2. In the forecourt now, Calvin Glenn over this side of Perry. Shoots it up. Good! From the deep corner on the near side. Perry dropped in a pretty one. In the backcourt, the Hearts trying to steal the ball. But Lawler gets cross-court pass over the far side of Johnson. He's called traveling. Score is 10-10. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. In the forecourt come the Hearts now. Perry driving the baseline, goes in underneath, too far underneath, loses control of the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. And let's see who touched it last. Touched last by Antrim. It's going to be Sacred Hearts ball, out of bounds on the near side. Taking it out, Rich Green passes off to Perry. Perry outside the foul circle. Goes into the foul lane. Pass over this side to Calvin Glenn. Glenn with the ball to Paul Yates on the near side. Yates over the side in the corner to Glenn. Glenn with a jumper off the side, no good, and the foul called underneath. Foul is called against John Lawler, I believe, for pushing off. Not a shooting foul. That's the third team foul for the Chargers. The Hearts will put the ball into play from behind their own hoop again. Perry takes it out. Pass it over this side to Rich Green. Green to Yates down the middle, shoots it up and good on the fly. What a move by Paul Yates. Ansonia with the ball. Lawler in the backcourt. Closely got it. Passes. Long pass in the forecourt. The Hotchkiss sets. Shoots it up. No good. The rebound snared by Calvin Glenn. Passes off to Yates. Yates to Henry Brown. Goes in. Lays it up. Good. And there's a foul. There's a charge foul called against Henry Brown on the play. The basket will count, however. Hearts lead. That's the first Sacred Heart foul of the first quarter. The basket will count, and the Hearts lead by 4, 14-10. In the backcourt with the ball, Antrim, pass off to Johnson. In the forecourt, it goes to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss, a pass off, picked up by Marcus. Turn, shoots it up and good. Marcus with 10 out of the 12 points on the scoreboard. He's hit double figures already. Marcus Garris, yes, well, in the forecourt with the ball. Anthony Perry for the Hearts on the near side corner. Pass, cross-court pass, stolen by Gordy Hotchkiss. Gordy Hotchkiss goes in, shoots it up and good. It's a tie ball game. You cannot make a mistake against this Ansonia team. They'll capitalize on it every time. They're a good ball club. That's no question about why they're in the lead in the Valley League race. They'll hurt you if you make a boo-boo. In the forecourt, a shot in the side is missed, and there's a foul call against Paul Yates, I believe, who was over the shoulder of Marcus Garris. Second team foul for the Hearts. 14-14 the score. Ansonia has tied the score, and now they have a chance to go ahead again. Hearts in a three-quarter court press now. Lawler cross court to Hotchkiss. In the forecourt, it goes to the far side to Johnson. Johnson in the forecourt at the far side, comes outside the foul. Passes off to Garris underneath. Shot is blocked. Beautiful defensive play by Henry Brown. Now, Garris is no midget. He's 6'4". Henry Brown is 6'5". And as Garris went up for the layup, Henry Brown went up with him and knocked the ball out of bounds. Fine defensive play by Brown. The pass over this side to Lawler. Shoots up in the deep corner. Good. And Ansonia goes ahead 16-14. Well, so far, this has been some nip-and-tuck ball game. In the forecourt corner on the near side, Anthony Perry takes a quick pop. Good from the deep corner. 16 all. We're going to have a high-scoring first quarter here, the way these teams are going. Lawler in the backcourt to Antrim. Antrim starts to drive. Gets it down over the middle. Into the forecourt. Stops, jumps, shoots it up. In and out. The rebound is picked up by the Hearts. Anthony Perry. Perry passes off to Yates. Yates goes in, lays it up, and good. What a move by Paul Yates. He spun the ball around the front rim of the hoop, and it finally dropped through. And Yates has 6 points, and now there's a traveling violation call against the Chargers. And coming out of the ball game for Sacred Heart, Calvin Glenn. Coming in to replace him, Ozzie Majo. 18-16. That's the score. Hearts lead by 2. They've got a humdinger of a ball game between two very fine ball clubs here tonight. Hearts with the ball in the forecourt. Paul Yates, bounce pass over the far side. Anthony Perry back. Out in the midcourt comes to Yates. Over this side to Rich Green. Back to Yates. Over this side to Green again. Cross court it goes to Perry. Perry sets, shoots it up. Good! Anthony Perry popping in. He has 6 points. And he gives the Hearts a 4-point lead again. 20-16. Pass over the far side. Into the forecourt it goes to Gordy Hotchkiss. He lays it up and good. 20-18. Well, the Chargers come right back. He has 6 points, Gordy Hotchkiss has. But the leader in tonight's ball game is a fellow by the name of Marcus Garris with 10. In the forecourt come the Hearts. Leading by 2. Over the side, Perry in the corner. Throws up a jumper. Good! Another beauty from the deep corner by Anthony Perry. And all of his have been made on long jump shots from the corners. Hearts lead by 4 again, 22-18. Marcus Garris in the forecourt corner. Passes in the forecourt over the side to Antrim. Over the head push shot. Good by Antrim. These teams are red hot tonight. Boy, I haven't seen this kind of red hot shooting in a long time. And they both scored in the 20s. The Hearts lead 22-20. Out in midcourt, a jump ball is going to be called as Paul Yates was tied up by Glenn Antrim. Dave Franks coming into the ball game for Sacred Heart, replacing Henry Brown with 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A jump will be at midcourt between Yates and Antrim. The toss, the tap is picked up by Sacred Heart. With the ball, Dave Franks passes off to Yates. Yates, bounce pass over the side to Perry in the corner. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Perry closely got it to Yates. Yates goes in with a one-hander in front of the hoop. No good, and there's the buzzer. Score at the end of the first quarter is a humdinging, high-scoring ball game. 22 for Sacred Heart, 20 for Ansonia. Rick?
Oh, yeah. And they just picked it right up from there. They are just a red-hot shooting team.
Okay, the tap at center court picked up by Lawler. He drives down court, shoots it up, and this is the rebound by Lawler. He lays it up and in, and he was fouled on the play, I believe. We got a tie ball game, 22 all. Foul committed by Richie Green. That's his first, the third team foul for the Hearts. Both teams have picked up 3 personal fouls. They're very even in that department. They're very even in the scoring department at 22 points apiece. Now Lawler makes it good from the free throw line and gives Ansonia a 1-point lead, 23-22. Ansonia in a three-quarter press. They got a 1-2-2 box. In the forecourt come the Hearts, however. Rich Green getting into the forecourt. Double teamed at the far side. Passes off to Dave Franks to Perry. Perry shoots it up, misses. A rebound is knocked out of bounds and awarded to Sacred Heart. Hearts will get the ball out of bounds behind their own hoop. We're in the second quarter of play here at the Kennedy Gym. The bounce passes over this side in the corner to Richie Green. Outside the foul circle, it goes to Yates. Over this side to Green. Now into Majel. Majel goes driving in, lays it up and good. Ozzie Majel gives the Hearts a 1-point lead, 24-23. Incidentally, the Ansonia JVs defeated Sacred Heart. Did you mention that score, Allie? 53-52, I believe that score was. Ball stolen by Paul Yates, driving all the way in, lays it up and good. Paul Yates making a beautiful steal on their midcourt. He has 8 points. The Hearts lead by 3 again, but 3-point lead against this Ansonia team means nothing. Ansonia with the ball in the forecourt. Johnson with it. Over this side, Antrim. He sets, shoots it up, short. Rebound by Marcus Garris. He turns, hooks it up, way off target. Follow-up shot underneath is no good, but there's a foul call. Lawler with the follow-up. Foul was committed by Dave Franks. That's his first, the 4th team foul. The next foul committed by Sacred Heart. Ansonia will get the benefit of the 1-and-1 from the free throw line. However, Lawler is going to take 2 from the free throw line. He misses the first. Again, another. Calvin Glenn is coming back into the ball game. Rich Green comes out. John Lawler, 6'2" junior at the free throw line with his second shot up and cleanly through. 26-24. Hearts lead by 2. In the backcourt with the ball, Paul Yates. To Perry. Perry back to Yates in the forecourt. It comes to Franks. Franks to Glenn. Drives all the way in, lays it up, and good. Nice drive by Calvin Glenn. Hearts lead by 4 again, 28-24. 6:27 left to go in the first half here at the Kennedy Gym. All the action in N.V.L League play coming away over WATI. Gordy Hotchkiss, a one-hander, up and in. Correction, that was Lawler making that shot, and he has 8 points. And he is the second high scorer on the Ansonia team. Coming down over the middle, Paul Yates with the ball, cross-court over the far side to Glenn, and the pass was just a little bit out of Calvin Glenn's reach, went over his head out of bounds. So the Chargers again have a chance to tie it up at 6 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in the first half. Sacred Heart 28, Ansonia 26. Down over the middle come the Chargers. Over this side it comes into the corner to Hotchkiss. Back out over the far side to Lawler in the corner. He sets, shoots it up, good. Lawler with 10 points. Now he is tied his teammate Marcus Garris, and both have 10 points apiece. 2 double-figure scores for the Chargers. In the forecourt, Henry Brown with the ball, turns, shoots it up, good. Henry Brown, a 10-footer, puts the Hearts ahead by 2 again, 30-28. And Coach Tom McWeeny wants a timeout. And with timeout, we'll take time for this message from Rick O'Connor.
Thank you. Well, take $10, put that $10 in your pocket, and it won't go very far.
Hey, Allie, do we have a whale of a ball game here tonight so far?
Well, this is exactly what we were thinking it might be before the game, but probably not to this extent. We expected a good ball game, but these two teams are just playing all out here in the first half and ripping that ball through the nets at a phenomenal pace. Not much more you could say about that. You get a game like this, you just toss a coin in any direction, and it's liable to land on its end the way these two teams are playing. Just a fabulous performance offensively by both of these teams. It's going to come down to a matter of breaks the way it looks right now.
Okay, Allie. And don't forget, Friday night we'll be down at the Ansonia Gym for the Wilby-Ansonia game. Broadcast time, 10 of 8 in the forecourt. Antrim, long shot from the outside, good! Glenn Antrim, 5'10" junior. He dropped in a pretty one from the outside of the foul circle. That ties the ball game up at 30. In the forecourt come the Hearts. On the other side, Perry to Yates, over the far side to Glenn, in the corner to Henry Brown. Brown closely got it. To Glenn, set, shoots it up, hits the rim, bounds high in the air. The rebound is knocked out of bounds off of Gordy Hotchkiss' ankle. Very smart play by Ozzie Majel. He caught the ball. He saw he was going to go out of bounds. He bounced it off of Gordy Hotchkiss' ankle. The Hearts get the ball. Pass over this side. Ozzie Major. Over the far side. It goes to Calvin Glenn. Now to Paul Yates. Yates outside the foul circle. Over the far side to Glenn. In the corner goes to Perry. Set. Shoots it up. Good. A beauty by Anthony Perry. And he has hit double figures. And he's had a hot hand here. And all of them from the deep corner. Hearts lead 32-30. Down over the middle of the forecourt come the charges. Gordy Hotchkiss bounce passing off, and there's a foul. Foul call against Ozzie Major, I believe. It was against Ozzie Major. And Gordy Hotchkiss will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 32-30, that's the score. In case you just joined us, all of the action coming away over WATR Radio, Waterbury's first station, bringing you the tops in Scholastic basketball all season long. Doesn't seem first shot from the foul line is good by Hotchkiss. He has 7 points. Doesn't seem possible that a week from Saturday we'll be getting the tournament ratings and pairings from Cheshire High School, from the CIAC folks down there. Second shot is missed by Hotchkiss, and the Hearts. Henry Brown gets the ball, passes off to Yates, who brings it down into the forecourt on the near side to Perry. Back out it goes to Yates, cross-court over the far side to Glenn. Now to Henry Brown. Henry Brown closely got it. Back out to Calvin Glenn, and Calvin Glenn is called on an offensive charge. That is Glenn's first personal foul. Ansonia will put the ball into play in the backcourt. 32-31, that's the score in case you just joined us. We've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first half here at the Kennedy Gym. Down over the middle of the forecourt, Johnson with the ball. Over the far side, has the ball stolen from him by Anthony Perry. Perry brings it down, now passes off to Yates, who brings it down over the middle, gets it into the forecourt. Over the far side, pass off to Glenn. In the corner at the far side to Perry. Perry back out to Glenn. Over the side it comes to Yates. Now to Glenn. Glenn's jump shot is up and no good. The rebound snared by Marcus Garris, and the Chargers have the ball. Garris, a long pass in the forecourt to Antrim. Antrim to Johnson. Johnson driving down the lane, passes off to Garris, and there's a foul call. Foul is called against Calvin Glenn. Johnson will go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. This Ansonia team can shoot their fouls, Allie, as we saw the other night in the game against Crosby. They don't miss too many. And that's so important when you get around close to state tournament time. Shot in the foul line is missed, so he won't get the bonus try. The rebound is picked up by Henry Brown. And the Hearts go on the offensive, leading by a slender 1-point margin. In the forecourt at the far side, Anthony Perry gets the ball, comes out of the corner with it, looks around, passes on the midcourt to Calvin Glenn. Over the side it comes to Yates. Now to Henry Brown on the near side corner. To Yates, back to Brown. Brown's 15-footer, hits the rim, bounds off. Rebound by Calvin Glenn is up and good. Banked it off the backboard. Nice follow-up by Calvin Glenn, and that puts the Hearts ahead by 3. In the forecourt pass, cross-court to Lawler. Lawler pivoting, passing off to Johnson. Cross-court over this side, it comes to Hotchkiss. Set, shoots it up. No good. The rebound picked up by Anthony Perry. Hearts have the ball in the 3-point lead. 34-31, 2:43 left to go in the first half. Yates has it at midcourt now. Pass off to Glenn. Over the side, it comes into Perry in the corner. Now to Yates. Yates outside the foul circle to Glenn. Over the side to Yates. Now to Perry in the corner. Perry back out to Yates. Yates outside the foul circle. Bounce pass over. Now into Brown. Brown turns, shoots it up. Hits the rim, bounds off. Rebound picked up by Garris. Garris with the ball. Starts to drive. That stops. Passes off. That's his backcourt men bring it down. Now it's passed off to Gordy Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss to Garris. Turns, shoots it up. No good. The rebound picked up by Sacred Hearts. Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Yates. Yates brings it down over the middle. On the near side. Gets it in the forecourt. Passes over the far side. In the corner goes to Perry. Perry, quick jump shot up, and the first one that he's missed was the rebound picked up by Garris. Garris driving down court, shoots it up, and he's called traveling. He missed the basket anyway. All right, Timmy Ahern is coming into the ball game, replacing Marcus Garris. 1:54 left to go. Singleton has come into the ball game for Sacred Heart in the backcourt, replacing Paul Yates. forecourt come the Hearts now. Perry on the near side with the ball, closely guarded by Ahern. Pass comes out. The single over the far side of Perry now, who's moving back and forth both corners. Pass off to Singleton outside the foul circle to Green, to Perry at the far side again. In it comes over down to DuPont. Has the ball knocked out of his hands and picked up by the Chargers. Bring it down. Earl Stanley has come into the ball game now. Passes off to Lawler. His long shot is missed. Rebound is picked up by Sacred Heart's Perry, and he is fouled by Earl Stanley. It's Earl Stanley for Ansonia. I think is one of the most underrated players in the Valley League. I look upon him as a most dangerous competitor all the time. And Coach Tom McWeeny uses him very judiciously, putting him in the ball game at certain times. Hearts with the ball in the forecourt. It goes over the far side to Perry, driving the baseline, shoots it up, no good. The rebound knocked out of bounds by Singleton. 34-31. Ansonia with the ball now in the backcourt, and the Hearts go down court. They're using looks like a 1-3-1 zone defensively. Stanley brings the ball down over the middle of the forecourt. Over this side it comes to Antrim. Cross court over the far side to Stanley. Driving down and shoots up. Shot is blocked by Henry Brown, I believe. But a foul is called. The foul is called against Singleton. Singleton's first, and at the free throw line, Earl Stanley will take a pair. 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Score, Sacred Heart 34, Ansonia 31. Now, Stanley's foul shot went in. He must have had an awful lot of English on that ball because it spun around and popped right back out. He'll get another, however. Second shot is around and out again. The rebound over the far side corner, knocked out of bounds. And it's awarded to Sacred Heart. Touch last by Stanley. So with 55 seconds left to play, the Hearts put the ball into play and bring it down over the middle as Capobianco is in the ball game now. Pass off to DuPont. Hearts may run the clock and try to get the last shot of the first half. Now Stanley's coming out of that zone defense, 2-1-2 zone used by Ansonia. DuPont with the ball, pass over the far side and to Singleton. Now deep on the midcourt to Capobianco. Capobianco back over the far side to DuPont. Deep on the midcourt. 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Richie Green gets the pass. Now passes back out in the midcourt to Capobianco again. 17 seconds left to go on the first half. Capobianco deep on the midcourt. Pass over the side to Green to DuPont. DuPont with the ball to Capobianco. Over the side to DuPont. DuPont to Green. Green's fall-away shot is up. Missed. Rebound up and missed. 2 seconds, and there's a foul call. The final 2 seconds. Oh, Ansonia will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Well, the scoreboard clock shows no time remaining. The foul was committed before the buzzer. And going to the free throw line, all the other players get off the court now, and John Lawler will take the 1-and-1 for Ansonia. He misses the first. And that's it. He will not get the bonus try. The score at halftime here at the Kennedy Gym. Alley in the forecourt. The Hearts get the ball. Shooting at the basket right here in the second half. And the Hearts have it. Glenn passes off to Green. Green goes in with a jump shot front of the hoop. Good. Hearts have opened up a 5-point gap. That's the biggest lead either team has had in tonight's ballgame. We're wondering why Tian wasn't playing in tonight's ballgame. We understand Butch Azara just called up to us that young Peter he's got a pulled hamstring, and the Sacred Heart co-captain most likely will not see any action in tonight's ballgame. Oh, Ansonia has the ball. Pass is deflected, and it goes into the backcourt, and no backcourt violation. Evidently was touched last by the Hearts. Ansonia has the ball on the near side. Cross-court pass over the far side to Antrim. Antrim cross-court over this side to Johnson. Johnson with it. Closely got it. Flips over the far side. Antrim. He sets. Shoots up a high arcer. No good. The rebound. Picked up by Sacred Heart's Calvin Glenn. Passes off to Richie Green, who gets it down over the middle. Into the forecourt. Over the far side it goes to Glenn. In the corner to Perry. Perry driving the baseline. Passes back out to Calvin Glenn. Glenn passes off to Green. He shoots it up and misses, but he is fouled. Foul is committed by John Lawler. Lawler's second, the first team foul here in the second half. Rich Green will go to the free throw line to take a pair. He's fouled in the act of shooting. Third quarter just getting underway here at the Kennedy Gym over WATR, Waterbury's first station. First shot by Richie Green is good. He'll get another. Green taking time at the foul line, gets set, shoots his second shot up cleanly through. The Hearts lead 38-31. But as again we caution you Sacred Heart fans and listening audience, this Ansonia team is a dangerous ball club. They can cut that lead down quickly. We've seen them behind by 7 at halftime at a couple of games here in Waterbury this year. Against Kennedy, I believe, and they not only cut the lead down, they won it very convincingly by a 6 or 7 point margin. In the forecourt with the ball, Ansonia layup shot is up, in and out, missed. Rebound picked up by Henry Brown. Brown to Perry. Perry driving down, passes off to Paul Yates, who lays it up and in. Beautiful setup, a beautiful play by the Hearts. Worked that ball in for that layup. The Hearts now lead by a 9 point margin, 40-31. In the forecourt come the Chargers. On this side in the corner with the ball. Lawler to Garris. Garris turns, shoots one up. Good from the inside of the foul lane. Marcus Garris makes it a 40-33 ball game. Garris has 12 points. In the forecourt come the Hearts. Now Ansonia setting up a, let's see, looks like a 2-1-2 zone defensively. Over the far side, Calvin Glenn shoots, jump shot up, good, on the fly. Calvin Glenn, a 15-footer. Gives the Hearts a 9 point lead again, 42-33. In the forecourt with the ball, Garris shoots it up, good, on the fly. And Marcus Garris is starting right off the way he started off the first quarter, red hot. He's made 2 beauties in a row. That brings the Sacred Heart lead down to 7. Garris has 14 points. The jump shot by Perry is up, missed. Rebound by Henry Brown is up, missed. Rebound underneath by Richie Green is up and missed, but he is fouled by Marcus Garris. And that is Garris' second personal foul. Second team foul for the Chargers here in the second half. A lot of seconds in there. At the free throw line, Rich Green going to take a pair. Almost 3 minutes have gone by here in the third quarter. Richie Green at the free throw line. Gets set. Shoots it up. Cleanly through. Sacred Heart 43. Ansonia 35. Green with his second shot up and good again. Hearts lead by 9 again. Rich Green has made 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He's the co-captain of the Sacred Heart team, by the way. Not a big lad, 6'1", but he makes his presence felt out there. A fine team player, Rich Green. In the forecourt come the Ansonia Chargers. Cross-court pass over the side. In the corner comes to Lawler. Lawler back out to Johnson. Cross-court to Antrim. Antrim, a shot from the foul lane, short. Rebound is fought for, and a foul is called against Antrim, who was over the shoulders of Henry Brown. That is Antrim's first personal foul and the third team foul for the Chargers here in the second half. 4:40 left to go in the third quarter. Ansonia now going into a three-quarter court press. The pass from Green goes to Paul Yates. Yates going to be picked up defensively now by Gordy Hotchkiss. Pass off to Perry. In the forecourt it goes. The pass is deflected and stolen by the Chargers. Down over the middle of the forecourt comes Johnson. Over the far side it goes to Antrim. Antrim in the corner to Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss coming out of the corner, throws up a jump shot on the fly. Good! Over the head, push shot by Gordy Hotchkiss, and he banked it off the glass, and that ball dropped straight down through. In the forecourt come the Hearts. Glenn to Brown. Brown's layup shot, and he is fouled by Marcus Garris. And that is Garris' third personal foul. Johnson comes out of the ball game. Earl Stanley comes in. That is the fourth team foul for the Chargers here in the second half. Henry Brown will go to the free throw line for a pair. Rich Green comes out of the ball game for the Hearts. Coming in to replace him is Ozzie Majo. And for Ansonia, Garris comes out of the ball game, and coming in to replace him is Timmy Ahern. Coach Tom McWeeny has a lot of very good substitutes, and he's putting some of them in now. One of them, for example, is this Sean Benson. Comes into the ball game replacing Lawler. Benson has had some pretty good nights, although he didn't start off early in the season. He's been coming along great for the Chargers of late. He is a 6'3" senior. At the free throw line, Henry Brown for the Hearts, going to take a pair. First shot is up and good. Henry Brown throws line drive foul shots. Yes, as Ali said, just the opposite. Rich Green throws the high arcing foul shot that drops through. There's a second line drive, and it's no good. And somebody over the line too soon from Ansonia. He violated the foul lane, so Henry will get another try at a line drive shot. Henry, 6'5" junior, shoots it up, and this time the line drive goes good again. He throws that ball almost straight up there. Hearts lead by 9 again, 46-37. Ansonia with the ball. Earl Stanley with it. Over the side in the corner to Hotchkiss. Shoots it up. Good. From the deep corner, Gordy Hotchkiss. What a touch that young man has. He has 11 points for the Chargers. And now Ansonia in the three-quarter court press. Pass in the forecourt to Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Brown. Brown has the ball knocked out of his hands and stolen by Glenn Antrim. Chargers trail by 7. Down the middle, there's a foul call against Sacred Heart. Earl Stanley. Foul is committed by Anthony Perry. That's his first, and the first team foul for the Hearts. But Earl Stanley, fouled in the act of shooting, will take a pair. Hearts' lead has been whittled to 7. Stanley has a chance to cut it down to 5. There's a lot of time left to go in this ball game. Shot is up and good. 46-40. Hearts lead by 6. Rich Green getting ready to come back into the ball game. Come back, and he replaces Henry Brown. At the free throw line, Earl Stanley getting ready for his second try. This one is cleanly through. 46-41. Ansonia trails by 5. Chargers right back in the ball game. In the forecourt, Anthony Perry gets the ball in the forecourt, being double-teamed, passes off to Glenn. Glenn driving in, pass off to Ozzie Majo. He goes in, banks it up and in. Nice move by Ozzie Majo. Majo is a 6'2" junior. In the forecourt, shot on the outside by Ansonia, missed. Rebound by Stanley. He goes in, shoots it up short. Ball is knocked out of bounds and awarded to the Chargers. Ansonia shooting at the basket to our left here in the second half. They'll take the ball out of bounds behind their own hoop. The pass comes in at the far side to Glenn Antrim. Antrim goes out near midcourt, pass off to Stanley. Stanley out near center court now. Passes over this side to Ahern. Ahern back to Stanley outside the foul circle. Over the far side to Antrim. In the corner goes to Benson. Benson back to Antrim. Now it comes to Stanley. Stanley pivoting around, pass off underneath to Benson. He lays it up and in. He is fouled on the play by Ozzie Majo, I believe. The basket will count. That is Ozzie Majo's second personal foul. And Benson, as we told you, this young man has scoring potential. He'll see if he can make it a three-point play for the Chargers and cut the lead down to 4. Shoots it up, misses. The rebound is picked up by Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Perry, breaking quickly over the middle, gets it in the forecourt. Passes out the midcourt to Paul Yates. Back over the far side to Glenn. Back over this side it comes to Yates. Yates closely got it. Back over the far side to Glenn. In the corner to Anthony Perry. Perry closely got it. Being double-teamed. Pass off to Glenn. Glenn back to Perry, and there's a foul. Let's see what happened. The ball was kicked. It's going to be automatically out of bounds to Sacred Heart. Taking it out, Rich Green at the far side in the forecourt. Pass out in the midcourt now to Anthony Perry. Perry to Paul Yates. Over this side it comes to Perry in the corner. Perry, a jumper on the fly, and he was fouled by Gordy Hotchkiss. Score, in case you join us late, Sacred Heart 48, Ansonia 43. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter from here in the Kennedy Gym. The action coming away over WATR Radio, Waterbury's first station. Anthony Perry will go to the free throw line to take a pair. First shot is up, hits the back of the rim, bounds off, and Perry unhappy with himself at missing that foul shot. Antrim comes out of the ball game for Ansonia. And let's see, you don't have this player's number, Allie. Samuels, I believe. Second shot is good by Perry. And Perry now has 11 points for the Hearts. Long shot by Gordy Hotchkiss, good to the outside of the foul circle. And he now has 13 points for the Chargers. In the forecourt, in the backcourt, the Sacred Heart team still working the ball back and forth. Now it goes to Glenn. Glenn to Ozzie Majel. It bounces off his fingertips, picked up by Earl Stanley. He's driving all the way in, shoots it up, and a beautiful defensive play by Calvin Glenn. Looked like Earl Stanley had himself an easy layup, and Calvin Glenn went way up in the air, blocked the shot, knocked it out of bounds. It'll still be Ansonia's ball, however, in the forecourt at the far side. Taking it out, Timmy Ahern. Pass into Earl Stanley. Now on the far side, it goes to Samuels. Outside the foul circle of Stanley. Now to Benson, shoots it up and misses. The rebound is up and good by Benson. And the Chargers have cut the lead down to 3, 49 to 47. Long pass in the forecourt over the head of Henry Brown out of bounds. And the Chargers have got the break they want. Time is being called by Sacred Heart with timeout. Here is Rick O'Connor.
Thank you, Al Schmidt and Seraphin's Hardware, Garden, and Power Equipment. Sacred Heart threw the ball away a little bit in the Wilby ball game, cost them the game in that particular one. The Sacred Heart had a lead and lost that one. Now, whether or not Sacred Heart can hold on here or come back, they've got to need a shift in momentum right now.
Okay, with the ball in the forecourt corner, the far side, Samuels, a long jump shot from 22 feet out is good. Ball game is all knotted up, 49-49. Ansonia with a 1-2-2 box press. Pass in the forecourt to Calvin Green, to Richie Green, and he is fouled by Earl Stanley as he was driving. 1-1 is in effect now for the Hearts, and Rich Green will go to the free throw line to take the 1-1. There's still a lot of time left to go in this ball game here at the Kennedy Gym over WATR. 1:06 left to go in the third quarter. We're all tied at 49. Friday night, we'll be down at the Ansonia Gym to bring you the Ansonia Wilby game. And that could mean the Valley League Championship. Who knows? Depending upon, of course, a lot depends upon the outcome of this ball game. Rich Green's first foul shot is good. He'll get another. Second shot is off the side. The rebound is picked up by Ansonia's Timmy Ahern. Hearts lead by 1, 50-49. Earl Stanley getting the ball down over the middle in the forecourt. Bounce pass in underneath to Benson, and a foul is called against Henry Brown. That is Brown's second personal foul. Benson, let's see, will Benson go to the free throw line? He will. He'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Coach Tom McWeeny has got some fine substitutes in this Ansonia team, and that's going to stand the Chargers in good stead. Not only now, but during state tournament time. Especially when some of the starters get into personal foul trouble. First shot from the foul line by Benson is missed. Second shot is cleanly through. We got a brand new ball game here with 54 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Paul Yates in the ball game now with Anthony Perry. Pass over the far side in the forecourt to Yates. Yates passes off to Brown in the corner at the far side. Back out it comes to Perry. Perry closely guarded, can't get up a shot. They've been on Anthony Perry very, very closely since he started off with that red-hot shooting exhibition in the first half. Perry hasn't had too much room to get a shot off. Out in the midcourt of the far side, Glenn and Yates. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Yates on the midcourt, cross court over this side to Perry. 16 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Perry passes off to Yates, deep on the midcourt. 9 seconds. Now to Calvin Glenn. To Henry Brown. To Glenn. 5 seconds. Pass off, deflected. Picked up by Ansonia. Hotchkiss shoots up a long one. And it just missed from near midcourt at the end of the third quarter. It's all tied up. 50-50. Here's Glenn. Rick.
Thank you, Al.
That one, Sacred Heart had a 9-point